Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. This is the finished look. If you would like to see how I created this with all Maybelline products, please keep watching. It's been a while. I actually tried to film this video like a month ago, but I was really sick and it just came out awful. So I'm gonna try this again. So I'm gonna start off by taking the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I heard a lot of really good things about this in the past, so I'm hoping that it's good. Right off the bat, it feels really smooth. My skin is really dehydrated, and I don't feel like this is taking away any moisture, but I don't really feel like it's adding moisture. I feel like it's just providing a nice smooth layer on top. Now that the primer is done, I made the mistake last time of doing my whole face first, and the eyeshadow was a disaster. So I'm gonna be smart this time and start with my eyes. I'm gonna start off by priming my eyelids with concealer. I'm using the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer in the shade Light Pale. And I was too cheap to buy my own. In case I didn't like it, I didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of returning it. So I'm just borrowing my sister's. And I'm gonna blend this into my eyelid with my beauty blender. And then I'm going to set that down by taking the Blushed Nudes Maybelline palette. And I'm gonna take the lightest shade right here. And I'm just gonna set my entire eyelid to make sure blending is smooth. Okay, now that my eyelids are set, I'm going to go back into that palette. I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm gonna go in with the only matte shade that it has. I'm gonna put that all in my crease. Oh, always tap off the excess, please. That was my biggest mistake last time. I got it all over my face. I'm not a huge fan of this palette, but maybe I just haven't found a way to get it to work for me. When I first tried to shoot this video, I tried to do something really nice and smoky and intense, and it was a mess. I'm glad I'm refilming this. So right now I'm just trying to build up the color because personally I don't like shimmer shades in my crease, and this is the only matte shade that it looks like in the palette. Okay, no, the shade next to it is matte too. No, it has a sheen, never mind. It's the only matte shade. So because this palette doesn't have a whole lot of pigmentation, I'm gonna go for a really subtle eye look. Alright. So I'm not going to make the mistake and try to go darker. I'm going to probably leave it at this. And then I'm going to grab a flat shadow brush and I'm going to go in with, these colors are so pretty. I'm going to go in with this brown right here. And I'm going to do a wash all over my lid with this. Tap off the excess and just pack it on. Alrighty, this is looking so much better than the first time I tried to do this. And now I'm just going to take the Maybelline Color Tattoo Eye Chrome in the shade Gilded Rose. Last time I tried to use this as a base and then as a metallic topper, and it didn't come out too good for me. It didn't want to blend. I don't know if it was the way that I was trying to do it, but it wasn't working for me. So I'm going to try it this time as a liner instead, and hopefully I have better luck because I think it is a gorgeous color. Okay, now that I have it on, it's not amazing, but it's not awful. I did get a lot on my eyelashes, so I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm going to set it with this gorgeous color right here. How would I describe that? Like a dark pink shimmer. So I'm gonna set the liner that I just did with that to give it a little bit more pop. I am so much more happy with this result than the first time I did this. And for now, that's all I'm going to do with the eyes. Now I'm going to go back to the rest of my face. Thankfully, there was not that much fallout. So now I'm going to be taking the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Treatment Makeup in the shade Classic Ivory. The very first video I made, I thought that I loved the foundation, but then afterwards I tried it again and again and again, and honestly I did not like it. So I'm gonna try it this one last time with the Maybelline Baby Skin Primer, and hopefully it turns out better. Because with all the other primers that I've tried this with, it did not want to blend into my skin, and it just sat like a patchy hot mess on top of my skin, and I was not a fan. It's not as bad. It's definitely blending in better than before. I'm gonna bring it down my neck a little bit. It looks so much better now than it has in the past. That just sucks. Like, if a foundation only works well with certain primers, then it's too high maintenance for me. I typically like light coverage, and I feel like this looks nice. I don't hate it. My skin isn't too bad right now, so you can't, like, I don't have too much redness or things to cover up, but like, my skin looks good. The actual reason why I wanted to try this foundation, because I know that they have a lot more newer formulas that haven't been around for as long as this one. But I went on a trip one time, and this girl that was part of my group, her skin always looked so nice. So obviously I asked her what she was using, and she said that she only uses this, and it was, oh, it looks so good. It was just like a mask of perfect skin. And unfortunately it does not look like that on me. So I'm gonna try to put on a little bit more. Hopefully I can look like that too. This foundation is definitely blending in a lot better than the last time. I like the way my skin looks. I think I'm having a good skin day. So I'm gonna go back in with the concealer. And I'm not gonna use too much. Okay. Mainly because she doesn't have that much left. And then I'm just gonna go back in with my beauty blender and blend that in. Okay, now that the concealer is done, I'm going to take the Master Fix Setting Perfecting Loose Powder. You guys, this powder was ridiculous to get my hands on. Ooh. Ridiculous. I searched so many CVS's and Targets just for this powder. It was always out of stock. I don't know why. Or at least, I hope it's amazing. I hope I fall in love with this stupid powder. But it was just such a hassle to get. Like, I better not want to return this powder. So I have really dry skin, like I said earlier, so I'm not going to bake my skin. I'm just going to apply a large amount of powder, and then I'm just going to wipe it off. This powder is really white, so I hope it doesn't have flashback. I don't typically use loose powders too much, but I really wanted to try this because it was sold out everywhere. So I hope I love this. I really hope I love this. And then I'm going to be taking the Superstay Better Skin Powder. I heard about this from a couple YouTubers that I watched. So I've been using it for a while before like wanting to do this video. And it honestly does really make my skin look smooth. I don't really notice too much about like longevity or anything like that, or if it really makes my skin better. maybe over time I'll be able to tell more. So as I'm going in with this powder, I'm kind of wiping away whatever excess powder was on my face from earlier. And I am not setting my cheeks because I'm going to put highlighter up there and I don't want to have too much powder over there. I do have dry skin. So next I'm going to take the Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in the shade Molten Gold. I really hope that they have other shades because gold doesn't typically look good on me. I heard about this highlighter from Kim Tai and she was obsessing over it, so obviously I had to get it too because I really enjoy Kim Tai's videos. I'm excited to try this. I'm just gonna load up my brush and put this on. Do you guys see that? Then I'm just gonna take a smaller, more detailed brush to put it on my Cupid's bow. You guys, this is such a pretty highlight. It looks like liquid glass on my cheeks. It is so pretty. And honestly, this color doesn't look bad on my skin. Usually golds make me look really muddy and brown, but this color looks really nice. I really enjoy this. I hope they come out with other colors. I've been really liking pink highlighters lately, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. I'm not mad at it. I was afraid of using a gold highlight, but honestly, it looks really good on my skin, especially now that summer is here. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be using it a lot more. And now I'm gonna use blush. I have the Maybelline Fit Me blush in Deep Wine, and honestly, when I bought this online, it looked a lot lighter than this. So I'm hoping it doesn't make me look like a clown. I'm praying that it's not so pigmented. Okay, so I'm just gonna dip my brush in lightly, and then I'm going to tap off the excess, pat it on my wrist, and then put it on. And of course a little bit on my nose. I think this is a really pretty color. I don't know if it's showing up well on camera or if my highlight is just taking center stage. On camera, from right here on my viewfinder, I feel like it's not doing this justice. I hope I can fix the settings or the lighting when I go in to edit it. I feel like it looks a lot darker on camera than what it does in person. In person, it's just a really nice flush. On camera, it looks kind of harsh. I don't know. We'll see when it comes to editing. We'll see. So I accidentally bought the Unstoppable eyeliner in espresso and not in black. So yeah. I wasn't planning on this look being too dramatic anyways, so I don't typically use brown liners, so I'm excited to try this. And then I'm only gonna line the outer half of my bottom lash line. So now I'm gonna go back into the palette that we were using earlier, and then I'm gonna go in with the transition shade that I put in my crease. I'm just taking a small blending brush, tapping off the excess, and then I'm gonna put it on my lower lash line, just to get a little bit more definition to my eyes. This entire look is very soft, so I want to keep it that way. And then I'm going to go back in with that small defining brush that we used, or that I used for the Cupid's bow, and I'm going to go back into the really pale shade that I used for setting my eyes earlier, and I'm going to apply that as a highlight on the inner corner. Just something simple to bring a little bit of light back into the eyes. And I'm also going to put this on my brow bone. Alright, and to be honest, I kind of forgot about my eyebrows until just now when I was doing my brow bone. So I'm going to take the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Crayon. I've never found a brow pencil that I really liked. I have always been a powder person. And when I first tried this brow pencil, I thought I hated it. The very first time I tried to film with this, I thought I hated it because it crumbled off so easily and it seemed harsh. But after trying it a couple more times after, just to give it, you know, a fair shot, I think I really like it. I think I might want to try and find more brow pencils out there instead of just powder, because I do have a couple like bald spots in both eyebrows, especially since I'm trying to grow them out. I can see why there's a hype around brow pencils. I'm gonna keep trying some out. This formula, I don't really know what to say about the formula because I don't really know what to compare it to. So yeah, I'm just going to zoom you in. Okay, so this is as zoomed in as this lens that I have will get you. Hopefully I get to stay in frames. Okay. I feel like with a brow pencil, my eyebrows look a lot more natural than they do with powder, which I didn't think was possible. I do have to go really slow because the tip will break off. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back in and soften them up after. And the reason why I decided to give a brow pencil a try instead of trying one of their brow powders is because all of the powders that I saw, both online and in store, they just didn't look like they would match me. They just looked too light, or I don't know, the undertone didn't seem right, and the pencil looked like it would be a good match. So that's why I'm trying a pencil. I'm not a huge fan of how short this brush is, but it gets the job done. So personally, I'm a fan of messy brows, so I don't really care to clean up afterwards. So I'm not going to put any concealer around it or anything. I don't really see the need to. I don't feel like it makes a big difference on my eyes, on my eyebrows I mean. Now I'm going to be taking the Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer, and my very first reaction to this brush was that it looked disgusting. I don't know why, but my very first thought was like cat throw up on Velcro. I don't know why, or like a hairball, I don't know. So I was a little skeptical to put it on my eyebrows, but I actually really enjoy this product. I think it holds my eyebrows in place really well. It's just a good product. I get so many more compliments on my eyebrows wearing this than not wearing this. I don't know what it is. I feel like it just cements my eyebrows down, but still like gives the individual hairs like some definition. I like this a lot better than my Urban Decay Brow Beater, or what is that called? I think it's called the Brow Beater, the clear brow gel or tinted brow gel. I believe that's what it's called. So let me zoom you guys back out. Now that we are done with the brows and the eyeshadow, it's time for mascara, if I can just find. So I'm going to start off by curling my eyelashes. So I've tried a lot of Maybelline mascaras over the years, and I always go back to the Maybelline Falsies. It's just one of my favorite drugstore mascaras. So you can easily leave everything as is, but I'm gonna be a little extra, and I'm gonna put on some fake eyelashes just because I want it to be a little bit more girly. I'm gonna be taking the Cocoa Lashes in the style Misha, and I will be right back. Okay, now that the lashes are on, it is time to finish up this look. I'm going to be taking the Vivid Hot Lacquer in the shade Unreal. And I actually really like this lip gloss. It stays on very well and the color is really nice. The formula is very good. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of is that it smells like Vicks Vapo Rub. But if that smell doesn't bother you, I think that this is a great lip gloss from the drugstore. And your lips will still smell like Vicks Vapo Rub after you're done applying it. I see that my battery is low. Time to just quickly finish off this video. Alright, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. This was my first time filming anything like this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is how it all turned out. I think it all came out really nice. I'm really proud of how it all came out. I think it's very pretty, very feminine, and very simple. Yeah. I need to get better at making videos, guys. Don't worry, it's coming. Also, the reason why I haven't made any tutorials and why I just keep calling everything a chit chat get ready with me or a get ready with me, however I decide to title this video, is because there's just so many people doing makeup and there's only so much that you can do with colors. Like, I would hate for someone to come for me and say that I'm copying someone else when in reality, like, it's just makeup, you know? Like, it's bound to be repeated. Maybe not the exact same products, but the color schemes are bound to be repeated, you know? Sorry guys, my card was full, so to cut this short, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.